Most people don't get a second chance. When your heart stops,
That's it. Time of death recorded. A white sheet,
and silence.
but not for him. This is a boy born in the rubble of war, raised in suspicion, forged in adversity. A boy who died on the floor of a chicken shop and came back, not just to live, but to lead. And what if I told you it all began in Mosul with a boy named Ayman? It's September 11th, 1992, Mosul, Iraq, a city recovering from the Gulf War, cracked buildings, fragile peace. This is where Akhi Ayman was born. His earliest memories were of love, faith, and the harsh reality of conflict. At 9 years old, his family fled to the UK, chasing safety. But what they found wasn't peace, it was suspicion. Akhi Ayman was walking into classrooms where his name raised eyebrows, and his silence was mistaken for threat. After 9/11, the whispers became slurs, and the stares became shoves. And when you're 9 years old, that kind of rejection doesn't just hurt, it scars. At home, unawareness. At school, hostility. So Akhi Ayman turned to the streets, where your worth isn't found in kindness, but in violence. Where gangs didn't ask questions, they offered protection. He never joined one, but he walked the same roads, spoke the same language, and became who the streets demanded. Hard, cold, untouchable. But behind the mask was still a boy trying to belong. In 2012, the pain caught up. A fight escalated, he was arrested and sentenced. Prison stripped everything away from him. No distractions, just concrete walls, and regret echoing louder each night. And in that silence, he began to ask himself if this is who he wants to be. He was released in 2014 with a record. Doors closed before he knocked. Job after job said no, until one said yes. Construction. He had always wanted to work with his hands. Bricklaying, carpentry, plastering, qualified, ready. His first day back in the world was beautiful. He finished early. Excited, he went shopping for a hard hat, boots, high vis. Signed his contract, told his family. He was building his life. That evening he went to pray. On the way home, he stopped with a friend to grab food. They saw a man. Akhi Ayman sent his friend ahead. The man dapped his friend. Akhi Ayman thought it was cool. He stepped forward and spoke calmly. Then, a sudden shock, a sharp pain to his side. The blade entered at an angle, tearing through his organs, damaging nerves and puncturing his bowel. He stumbled into a chicken shop and collapsed. The blood felt like boiling water. His vision blurred. His heart slowed. In the hospital, his heart stopped 11 times. He was declared dead. A white sheet was pulled over his body. But then, by a miracle, a beat. The machine beeped. Doctors rushed back. They performed emergency surgery. His intestines were so damaged that 2/3 of his small bowel had to be removed. He woke up with a colostomy bag. Nerve damage. Lifelong pain. But he was alive. And peace? He said he felt peace like never before.
Wallah al-Azim, I have never in my life felt peace out of my 21 years of living until the day I got stabbed.
Why would Allah take away the job he'd prayed for his whole life? To give him something greater. He had been brought back for a reason. A short time after the stabbing, he met his wife. She lived in the Middle East. She wasn't even in the country, but she would call him, remind him to pray, lift him spiritually. She made him feel whole. She became his anchor. He had lost friends. He had lost his health, but Allah had given him a partner who reminded him of his purpose. He didn't just survive, he was reborn. And with that rebirth came a new mission.
And inshallah, you never know, I could be a sheikh one day giving lectures.
He wanted to be a sheikh. He dreamed of teaching Islam, traveling to study, and mastering Arabic. That dream hasn't come true yet, but something else has. He became a voice. An auntie from the mosque asked him to speak to the youth. And he did. Shaking hands, honest voice, real pain. He told them what no one told him. Not every fight is worth it. Not every friend is your brother. And sometimes, surviving is the bravest thing you can do. In 2022, his mother passed away. The woman who prayed in the garden even when it snowed. The woman who gave birth to 14 children and buried 7. The woman who never stopped believing in him. She died in Medina. After Umrah, while sipping Zamzam water, a death written by mercy. Now every talk Akhi Ayman gives, every soul he reaches, is for her. He lives with a colostomy bag, nerve damage, PTSD, but he lives with a purpose, with hope, with faith. He forgives those who betrayed him and asks forgiveness from those he's hurt. He may not be a sheikh, but he is a voice the youth recognize, a man who doesn't just tell stories, tells the truth. In the end, Akhi Ayman's story is about more than survival. It's about transformation, a journey from darkness to light. And no matter where you come from, it's never too late to change, to find your purpose, and to rise again.